Hello and welcome to Food Fusion. In this show, I bring you my spin on the latest cooking ideas and trends. So, let's talk food cycle. So, by food cycles, I mean what foods have I been eating in the last 2 weeks to 2 months? So, I've been eating edamame. Edamame is a soybean that's still in the pod. And I was introduced to it about a year ago at the school I work at. We have a cafeteria, and the chef has been going in a plant forward direction. And whenever he made, I think he made like a edamame burger. Whenever he makes his edamame burgers, I'm just taken aback because it tastes really good. So I decided about 2 weeks ago to get some for myself. I was at Trader Joe's and I absolutely loved it. It's a real hearty protein, and I put it in my salads, especially my Asian salads. And that's another area of food cycling. For me, I have been eating a lot of Asian inspired sauces. I've been creating the sauces from scratch. So some of the ingredients that I'll use include soy sauce, hoisin sauce. Hoisin sauce is such an important sauce for Asian cooking. Ginger, peanuts, fish sauce, and I just like mix and match different ingredients to get whatever flavor it is that I am looking for. And it's so good to be able to make those types of sauces on demand because I love Asian food. And I've also this is not even this is like a forever cycle. So Thai red chilies, um, and I've been eating these for years, and I put them on everything. I put them on salad. I put them on meat. I put them on vegetables. It just adds a really nice amount of spice, and it's an aromatic spice. So I really like it, and they're so cheap. Like I got about I think 200 of those for $6. I took a trek to my Thai grocer this week to get them in Jackson Heights, and I was very surprised because usually they're not that cheap. So that was a really nice thing. So like I'm set. I got like 400 of them. So I thought they freeze and they'll last in your freezer for months. Like I've had like the last time I bought it was about a year ago, and I had 200. So this batch might last me like 2 years. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Drinks. So we kind of been going in a mocktail, trying to get little bit of balance because I'm trying to lower my blood pressure. So I've been drinking mocktails with bitters, and bitters are a basically it's like usually it's based on a fruit or a vegetable, and they add spices and other elements to the bitters, and then you add a very small amount to your drink. So today I'm drinking plum bitters, and I'm drinking it with my tonic water. Cheers. And the bitters do have some alcohol in it, so it's not exactly a mocktail, but compared to what you would get, let's say, in like a vodka tonic, it's much, much smaller. But it's very light, it's very fragrant, and if you're looking for something that's lighter and very simple, just tonic water and a bitter, it can't get any easier than that. So I'll be sharing some other bitters with you that I've been using coming up in future episodes. There's celery bitters, cardamom bitters. It's like bitters all over the place. Um, All right. So now I'm at what I call okay, yes, and heck yeah. So this is a rundown of some culinary news. All right. So number one, McDonald's is bringing back the snack wrap. And when it went away, I always thought, I was like, why did they get rid of the snack wrap? Like everybody loved it. But with McDonald's being the behemoth that it is, like speed is the McDonald's. I think that's the S in McDonald's uh, name, because they said that they could not make the snack wraps fast enough. So somehow they found a way to make it fast enough, and so they're coming back to the menus in the United States in selected cities in 2024, and by 2025 will be on the menus permanently. So thank you. That's a great snack to have. I always loved it and always wondered why like they couldn't make it fast enough. I guess now that when you go to McDonald's, some McDonald's don't even have cashiers. You just use the kiosks, which is really cool actually. Um, Miller Beer is selling Christmas-shaped trees that are infused with tobacco to give the smell of a dive bar. The holidays are over, obviously, and it's 2024, and I was just thinking, like, is that something that I would want to get? My answer is, really? I mean, like, do I really want to have my apartment smell like a dive bar? I mean, I love to go to dive bars, and the dive bars that I go to usually don't smell like dive bars. But if you ever go to a dive bar that smells like a dive bar, then you know what I'm talking about. So my response to that is, really? And my response to the snack wrap, I forgot. I'm not sure how much alcohol is in this. Was heck yeah for the snack wrap. Totally glad it's back. Okay, my final news to report is that Heinz is making pickle ketchup. And so I guess now I don't have to ask for extra pickles when I get a hamburger. So I say yes. That's I will definitely buy that. I love pickles. Like I make my own pickles. So I don't have to get extra pickles and it's already in the ketchup. I love that. I love sauces just in general. So that is a yes. Absolute yes. Okay. Gadgets. So first gadget I'm going to talk about, if you do not have it, some people actually don't know what I'm about to talk about. And I say that because, I don't know, maybe you don't go outside. You just live in your house and you don't have a computer, you don't have an internet, you don't have a cell phone. So I don't know how many people there are even like that still. But anyway, I'm talking about an air fryer. Air fryer is the game changing gadget of the last 20 years. So what an air fryer is, so this is actually one of my air fryers. I have 3. What it does, it cooks your food in a very small compartment with a lot of heat. So let's say you wanted to bake potatoes. What it'll do, you can bake potatoes. You chop them up small. You can bake them in like less than 15 minutes. And they'll come out super crispy and golden as if you had put them inside of an oven. Or you have your Brussels sprouts. Or you put some chicken wings or chicken legs or some fish. Everything comes out perfectly. You put a cake in there, a small cake, comes out perfectly baked, perfectly. So that is the first gadget I am offering to you today to check out. You really want to invest in it. It's a game-changing event. So definitely look into that. And the links for all of the gadgets I'm going to be talking about are going to be in the description. And if you're listening to the podcast, likewise, it's going to be in the description. All right. So next thing is, this is a knife sharpener. So what this actually does, it repairs the knife, it polishes the knife, and keeps the edges sharp. So the way it works, it really should be used. Let me put on my other camera so you can see. Okay, so the way that it works is, so you hold the knife away from you, and then bam, just like that, bam. And each section of the knife sharpener does a separate thing. Okay, I know it's probably hard to see, but there are numbers on it. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Each section does a separate thing. And so if you are looking to keep your knives sharp all the time, I've had this knife for about 10 years, and I stopped using it for a while until I got this. Now, this cuts like it's brand new. This is a game-changing device. So I recommend, I think it's like $20 or so, recommend getting it and just bringing some ease into the kitchen, because when you cook and you have a knife that what I call cuts like butter, you get that butter. Oh my goodness, it makes such a difference when you cook. So this is my third gadget I'm recommending. And then my last gadget is called the NACOLUS 5-in-1 Mandoline. So this tiny little thing, okay? This is tiny, okay? However, it is so powerful. Like, I got this on Amazon for $11.99, okay? So it has 5 different blades. So this one, this does the shredding. And not the shredding. This does the Julienne. Julienne means like really thin slices. But you know what? Actually, I realized I got some squash, and because I wanted to make some, not squash, zucchini. I wanted to make some zucchini noodles, and I put it in, and the noodles came out perfectly. So you could actually use the Julienne blade. The blade, you take it out and put it in like this. You can use the Julienne blade to make noodles, squash noodles, zucchini noodles. It's great. And then you have these other blades. This is the ridge blade. So if you want like ridge potato chips, you'll get that with this. Then this is the slicer. You want just like thin slices. And then this is the shredder. So this will cut your vegetables or what have you, your cheese, into small, short pieces. And then this is the grater. So I tried this, but I haven't really found a use for it. But I saw that you can use this to grate potatoes if you want to have like potato flakes. So this is game changing as well. It's only $11.99. And I've seen mandolins for way more. It's compact. I've been recommending it to people, so I recommend it to you. It, like, I've been making sushi. And you know when you get sushi and you get like those really delicately cut like slices of carrot and cucumber and what have you. This does it. So I say invest in that. Okay. What's next? Events. So it's the new year, 2024. Happy New Year. And yesterday for New Year's Eve, I went to my dad's place and we had a steak night. We were gonna go to a steakhouse here in New York City, but on New Year's Eve, like one person is like $500. So I went to Whole Foods. I got some porterhouse steaks, and then I got some bison, and I made us a really great meal. I grilled the steaks on a cast iron grill, and it came out absolutely perfect. I used some thyme, some rosemary, some salt and pepper. Absolutely delicious. And then I did the same thing for the bison, and that came out really good. And then I made some red potatoes with rosemary and thyme and some olive oil, asparagus cooked in butter, and then a mesclun salad with balsamic vinaigrette and vinegar and olive oil. So it was a really nice meal. And I know my dad really likes steak sauce, so I had some A1 there, and then I put a little on it, and it was okay. I don't really have to have steak sauce on it unless it's Peter Luger's, because the thyme and the rosemary were just so flavorful. So, however, I tried it on the bison, and it just didn't work because bison is more gamey. Like by gamey, I mean it doesn't taste like similar to the domesticated animals humans eat. You know, like beef, chicken, and lamb. It's much more gamey kind of taste. So it was pretty good. I've had bison before, bison burgers, but not just a plain old baked slab of bison meat. It's very, 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 very lean. And so that's my events. And the next thing I gotta do, I gotta make a vision board. Like I have one in my iPhone, but like I have like a little space on my door. I'm used to see if I can, my cameras are gonna get messed up, but I'll have to. It's right here on my door, and I need to like update it for 2024, and just to give me just like good energy and power for the year upcoming and all of that stuff. And the last segment, I call Really, I Don't Think So, or What the Duck. All right, so first thing. I heard about this for about maybe 2 years ago. It's called mukbang. Mukbang is a person eating food and you just watch them eat. And I think it's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen because like they gorge on all this food. Like they record themselves and you hear all the sounds and drinking, the swallowing. It's just like totally just irks me. And so that people actually watch that like for hours on end, I say to that, what the duck? Like really, what the duck? Like that's just ducked up. That's all I can say. Ducked up. There you can get Doritos flavored booze. And it's a real liquor, and I'm not sure you'd ever want to like mix that with anything. I mean, much less even drink it. So it's available now, and it has the essence of Doritos. So I guess you would eat that with Doritos. Who knows? But you can get Doritos flavored booze. Thank you very much. So, my statement to that is really, do you really want to get Doritos flavored booze? Just like, I mean, I guess you have your, it's kind of umami-ish, I guess, because you have the salty, you have the sweet. Uh, yeah. Okay. And the last thing is, it's really sad, but almost like, well, here it is. So, a woman went into Chopt, the salad restaurants, the chain, and she saw a piece of a human finger in her salad. Like, I am not kidding. I will put the link in the description. And and so she's suing Chopt for mental distress and trauma. And like, I can kind of see that because if I saw that, I'm not just thinking like, if I ate like fragments of that finger, like, would I be considered a cannibal? That's very important to me. So, my other question is, did the person who lose the finger not realize that part of their finger was missing? That's kind of, you kind of don't like not notice that unless like you're like totally like on mushrooms or something psychedelic that you don't feel any pain. I mean, those must have been like the best drugs ever, because how do you not realize that? And like, did blood get in other people's food? So my response to that is, what the duck to the duck? That is beyond duck duck. That's just like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. All right, folks, thank you for joining me for Food Infusion. Join me here next time, where I take on cooking trends and ideas and make it a good one. See you next time.